Alright, here are the 18 lessons that I've learned at 18. So by the time this video is going to be uploaded, that's going to be 21st February 2026, I'm turning 18. So I got my laptop right here for the reference. I had some energy drinks. I don't know why. So I'm telling you straight away that this video is going to be the best video by far I've ever recorded. So let's lock in. Here we go. So the first lesson that I've learned this year was that life isn't measured by the time, it is actually measured by the memories and the moments. Some moments are big, most are small, and what you have to do is like you have to live in the present. I would say that 2025 was one of the best years of my life, and the reason for that, I've made so many memories, I've made so many friends, I have been gone through so many different experiences that I did first trying. Or I played with Grandmaster, I played my first ever boxing match, I visited so many places, I recorded so many vlogs, I recorded so many content, I met so many people who are like famous people, everything like that. I connected with Sri Krishna, and there's been a whole lot of different life-changing talk happened. I connected with a whole lot of different peoples, everything like that. So the thing is like we need to make more memories. But the thing is that we started to live in a fake reality, because what we used to do a couple of years ago was that we used to go out with our family, we used to do some new things, we used to do create some new memories, do experience, everything like that. All right, but what we usually do right now is that we wake up, get to our job, like our college, or do that stuff, come home, scroll Instagram or YouTube or whatever you're doing, and then we go to sleep. We do this kind of routine we have. People are more stuck into the content, people are more stuck into like a virtual reality, which is fake reality after all. Alright, so what I want you to do is that instead of spending your time on a screen, just go out, make some memories, go out, go with your family and do some fun. Alright, it is way better than scrolling. Alright, so that's the first lesson, that life isn't measured by the time, it's measured by the memories and moments we live through. Okay, so the second lesson is that life is paradox. Mirror doesn't start to smile until you do. So what does it mean is that no matter which situation you're in right now, maybe the worst case scenario, maybe the best case scenario, maybe somewhere in between, the life only starts to change when you do. So it doesn't necessarily mean your actions, but most importantly, what your perspective is, what your habits are, what your subconscious mind believes in, or your limiting beliefs, your belief system, everything like that. So what you have to do is not just actions, because if you're having a negative mentality, let's say you're thinking, all right, no matter how much I try, it's never going to happen. It's never going to happen, all right? So in order to make that into reality, or this is going to happen, you need to first believe in your mind that this is possible, and that's only the things start going to change, all right? And the best way you can do that, of course, to take action and like that, but best way you can do is to visualize. Start visualizing yourself and doing the things that you actually wanted to do, because visualization is actually the most powerful thing I would say, because mind cannot differentiate between what's reality and what's fake, or what you are actually showing to your mind. So soon enough, with a right vibration, with the right frequency, your mind start to believe into, all right, this thing is real and I'm actually built for that stuff, right? Visualize that. Second thing is you need to speak your thoughts, your dreams into reality. Alright, what does that mean is that if you have a dream to play for India at the highest level of the game, representing your nation, and everything like that, then you need to start speaking that stuff, because unless you do that stuff, it's not going to happen. Alright, because what you say is actually impacts your life in a way bigger and different way than you can ever think of. Alright, if you say that you're having low energy levels, if you say you're gonna fail the exam, if you say you do not have the you do not go viral, anything like that, if you just continue to say that stuff for a long period of time, it is actually going to be reality, because as a man thinks, so does he. Alright, so start to change your mentality, start to change your perspective, start to change your consciousness, subconscious, everything like that, and then life is gonna change. Alright, so you have to first smile in the mirror in order to see the smile from the other side of the mirror itself. Alright, so that's the second lesson. So the third lesson is that you need to be grateful for everything that Sri Krishna has ever given you, so you can have everything you ever wanted. So the thing is that we people always keep asking for Krishna for I want this, I want that. But in the meantime, we actually forget that we are actually living the life that we once prayed for. Last year, I had a back pain, and because of that, I wasn't able to stand on my feet. I was actually praying to Krishna for like, let me stand once again in my life. You know, right now I might take this thing for granted, but it is actually something that I prayed for, and the thing that you are actually doing right now is what you once prayed for. Maybe in the anger moment you said, all right, I don't want this family, or I don't want this job, or anything like that, and that's actually what's happening. So you have to be conscious with what you're praying, because Krishna always listen what you're actually praying. You have to be grateful for everything you're having. Right? You have to be grateful for the food that you eat. You are grateful for the family you have, friends you have, the things, the relationship you have, the relatives you have, or you have to be grateful for the resources, the things, everything that Sri Krishna has ever blessed you with, because the being grateful actually attracts more blessing. So be more grateful for everything Sri Krishna has ever blessed you, and keep working for everything you ever wanted, and Sri Krishna will assure that you have that stuff. Fourth lesson is that you need to build the art of not feeling ready and doing it anyways. And this is going to take you so much far ahead in life as compared to just waiting there and waiting for the perfect moment. Alright? Because the thing is that you will never going to be feeling ready, because feeling ready was never an emotion. It was actually a decision that you made. Alright, I'm ready, do that stuff. Just be ready, alright? Just do that stuff right away. And most of the time, you just never feel that way because you're feeling low, everything like that. So, what do you do? Just get up and do that stuff in the first place. You might not feel ready to create content, just like me. You might not feel ready to just do the workout. Might not feel ready to just go to college or study. You might not feel too ready or to hop on a Zoom call, anything like that. The thing is, like, you need to keep your feeling aside and just make the decisions to just go all in. That's the most important thing. Alright, so this by far is going to be the best thing that ever happened with my life, because I would say that I was actually waiting for perfect moment every single time, every single thing I do, but I end up just having or I wish I would have done it way quicker than I did. Alright, and I'm telling you a hack right now. Whenever you're not feeling ready, just get up, do it anyways, and then after some minutes, maybe like 2 to 5 minutes, you'll feel so much grateful that you got started. You are now feeling fun, you're doing it anyways, everything like that. By the time you finish the work, you'll be feeling so much better as compared to what you're doing starting. Alright? And the thing is, like, the competitions end up within the first couple of seconds because they never got started, and the hardest part was like the first couple of seconds to a minute. And once you pass through that, life's yours. The world is yours. Alright? That's the fourth lesson. Actually, don't know. Like, this video might get like an hour long. Who knows? We are locked in. Alright? Fifth lesson is that you need to become a son who is trying to prove something to his dad. Now, do not get me wrong. Alright? I'm not telling you that you need to prove your dad wrong or anything like that. It's saying everything from my personal experience. So, my dad never believed in my goals. My dad never believes in my dreams, anything like that. So, for me, I have to believe in myself, and I need to prove my dad the thing that I always believed in my goals, and I'm actually worth of that stuff. He always see me as a failure. He never believed me in anything I do, right? What I have to do is that I have to keep chasing my dreams. I have to keep working for that stuff, and one day I can show him that I was never a failure. I was never a guy who just quit. I was never worthless. I was actually the one who is built for that dream. If you look at, for example, for Yuvraj Singh, his dad always think of art. He's never built for cricket or some outer influences. That he's never good. He'll never get good at cricket. But he kept working hard for his cricket, his passion, and everything like that. And he beat cancer. He won World Cup. He won Player of the Tournament in the World Cup. He has won so many matches. He played so many great innings for Indian cricket team. He has done so much for the nation, alright? And he proved to his dad that I wasn't the guy who is a failure. Just to prove him, alright? Don't take me wrong. It is actually personally for me that I have to become a son who's trying to prove something to his dad. Not in a negative way, but in a positive way. I have to go all in, like prove my dad that I'm actually built for that stuff. You know, that's the most important thing. That's the most important thing that a son will be doing. Just go out, and if he believes in you, that's great. That's a win. Just go out, and with his help, just go out, achieve your dreams. But and if he doesn't believe in your goal, even if he thinks that you are a failure, keep working. Stay silent. Keep working, and one day your success will just prove him that nah, this guy is different. You know, just work on your dreams. What's the point of having an argument? Keep showing up every single day. One day it's gonna happen. That's the most important thing. So like that's the fifth lesson. Here we go. Alright, in the meantime, let me open this can. Okay, I'm ready. Wow, डर के आगे जीत है. Telling you guys, like this is the first time I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I never drank it, right? It tastes great. So the sixth lesson is that you cannot rely on motivation or discipline. I explain like that. You will say, all right, you need to be motivated, you need to be disciplined, and everything like that, bro. You cannot rely on that stuff. You need to build system. You need to build habits. You need to build tracking system. You need to stay accountable for what you're doing. Actually, you need to plan out things. You need to give yourself the identity of the person you want to become. You need to have role model, everything like that. You need to be obsessed with the thing you actually want to do in life. Alright. So let's keep it simple, keep it clear. So what you do is like, let's say I want to get 6 packs, which I already have. I want to get a 6 packs. Alright. So what I would do is that I need to train every single day. Okay. So I'm going to create my workout planner. I'm going to have our diet planner. I'm going to have the habits which are actually necessary for me to have 6 packs. Alright, once we have that stuff, take small steps every single day towards that goal, and then keep yourself accountable and keep track of everything that you're doing, right? And every time you see, alright, I made this mistake, I skipped that day right here, be accountable and don't make that mistake again. And this way, actually, once you have the identity, alright, my idol always has 6 packs, let's say, then what I'm going to do, I'm actually having the 6 packs in the future. Okay, I'm the person who is having the 6 packs. Then I'm going to be I'm going to be looking at what are the habits that guy's having. Okay, I'm going to be having every habit that guy is doing. All right, what that guy is be doing in this situation, and then go ahead and do that stuff in the first place. Because no matter how many things you do, your habits gonna help you a lot. Okay, your tracking systems, your planning, your systems, everything is gonna help you. But once you have that, okay, I want to be like that person, want to give that personality, then you're just all in and just doing stuff. All right. So do not rely on a motivation, or do not spend hours looking for the motivation and have the system. Or I'd wake up at this time. Let's say I would wake up at 5 a.m. I do not have to rely on motivation to bed at 10 p.m. Okay? Keep it simple, alright? Make it easy for you. Build habits. Okay? I want to do push-ups every single day. Let's say. I want to study every single day. I'll keep creating triggers that's going to help me to study. After I do this, I'm studying. You have to-do list. You have the end of the day list of what I actually did. I'm going to be recording an actual video about that stuff. So just keep doing all of that stuff rather than just scrolling hours on social media looking out for motivation or discipline. That's simple as it is. So the next lesson is that keep stacking days. And I would say that this is something I call the winner's effect. And this is the reason why rich get richer and winners keep winning. Because what the winners doing is that they keep stacking wins. And once you have the win, the human is actually wired to get the chemical reaction in his body, that whenever I recorded this video, I'm gonna be feeling way better than before I recorded the video, and then I'll look out for other what I can do next. I'll go ahead and do the workout. Okay, I got 2 wins in a short day. I'm gonna do the meditation, then I'm gonna study for the exams, then I'm gonna go for a run. Right, I'm gonna do the boxing practice, I'm gonna hop on a sales call, I'm gonna create some reel, everything like that. So what happens, like when you get 1 win, it brings 2, and when you keep stacking it every single day, all right, you got like 10 things to do, done that stuff. Okay, then the next day you will feel amazing, you will feel excited to get into work, because you are actually stacking wins rather than thinking, all right, I have so much things to do throughout the day. Okay, so you're actually using the biological unfair advantage that everyone has, but not everyone knows how to use that into reality. So what it is, just keep stacking days, keep winning. By the end of the day, just write down the wins that you've got. Okay, I did the workout, I've done recording a video, I've gone for like a 5 kilometer run, I had study, everything like that. Just write that down, and next day you'll feel so excited to get on the work. That is it is. Yeah. Let's get into the next stuff. So the day is won or lost by the moment you wake up. Now, you might sleep late, and then you might just wanna snooze the alarm clock, and then you just not hop on a action. What it is to get up straight away, do the work, or do you have the habit tracker, you know the to-do list. Okay, these are the 5 things that I will do today. Alright, this is the first thing, let's get into it. Let's say, like, if you wake up and then you get into the most important thing that you have to do for the day, then you will create the momentum, and that momentum, maybe the first thing you do is the hardest thing of the day. Maybe it's the workout, maybe it's the recording video, maybe it's the doing some client work or everything like that. Once you've done that stuff, then the rest of the day becomes so much easier. But if you try to be on an easy mode, if you try to be on a comfort mode at the start of the day, if you do not challenge yourself at the start of the day, then you are going to lose. That's clear it is. So the day is won or lost by the moment you wake up. So make sure you go all in from the moment you wake up, because we are on generational run. So how can we be lacking the excitement? How can we be lacking energy? We have to make it happen. All right, let's try. The next lesson I would say is that if you can wake up and decide we are so back today, not tomorrow. You can, all right, you have to wake up and decide, okay, I got this to do, I got that to do, I got dreams to chase, I got empire to build. Let's get into it. Okay, do the workout. As I said, just take 5 wins. At the end of the day, just take 5 wins, and then we are so back. We got the energy, we got the everything we need. All right. But the thing is that most people think, "All right, I can do it tomorrow. I can do it tomorrow. If I have this power, okay, I can just wake up and decide we are so back. I can take actions, and then I can get into work. I create the momentum. I chase my dreams, everything like that." And people think, "All right, if I can do that stuff, let me just scroll today, and I will do it tomorrow." You have to remember that graveyard is full of men who thought they had more time, who thought that they can do it tomorrow, and unfortunately they do not have tomorrow, and just died with the dreams, they died with the regret. So don't let that happen, because if you're actually having the momentum today, then you're going to have the momentum tomorrow. But if you're actually not having the momentum today, you'll most likely you're not going to have the momentum tomorrow. So make sure you do the work today, because all you have is today. Tomorrow is an illusion that is created by the, I don't know, poor people. I don't know. Their life is just a bunch of todays. Do the work right now. Decide we are so back. Take the energy, get the momentum, and build the life that you want. You know, I am gonna get the biggest comeback. I'm gonna make the biggest comeback of the human history ever. I'm gonna achieve everything that I ever wanted. I'm gonna chase my dreams. I'm gonna prove my dad wrong. I'm gonna do the things that I actually wanted to do. Mark my word, I'm gonna do that stuff. That's the most important thing. That's the mentality that you need to have in 26, or I don't know what else you're doing. Okay, so lesson number 10 is preparation. Kobe Bryant said that if you are preparing like tomorrow is a so day, you're never gonna be prepared for the so day itself. So what does that mean is like, just prepare like tomorrow's exam, study like tomorrow's exam, prepare like tomorrow's your tournament. And what you do is that you focus on going all in. You focus on preparing yourself to be the best, right? Just take it for example, like if let's say like tomorrow is exam, right? And you study like, all right, I need to have the revision, I need to just look out for all the notes that I have, like everything like that. The way you prepare is that you never thought of, I'm going to do it tomorrow, I'm going to do it next day, I'm going to do it next week. Because tomorrow is your exam, alright? So, no matter how much you procrastinated throughout the year, just have no chance but to study, okay? If tomorrow is a so day, if tomorrow is that thing you have to do, and if I'm preparing right now, from tomorrow, you have no choice but to do everything you said you want to do, okay? So, like, if you want to record some content, let's say, you need to prepare everything. So, like, you have to record tomorrow. I don't know, like, you can record today itself, but if you prepare yourself, everything you do is just prepare, alright, tomorrow is so day. You'll be so much prepared when the so day arrives. And what happens, like, just keep preparing. And that's one thing that I'm doing, is that I'm preparing for the boxing match, might have tomorrow, who knows? I'm preparing for the videos that I have to record tomorrow. Not tomorrow, like one day, but I'm actually preparing. I'm preparing for the exams, which are actually going on. I'm preparing for everything that I have to do in a life, okay? And I'm preparing the way I have to do it today itself. And that is going to be one of the best mentality that you'll be having, okay? Okay, so the next lesson is that it is a privilege to work towards your goal. Let's say you are actually going through a dark phase of your life. Let's say nothing is going well. Let's say you are making failure after failure after failure. You are giving your best, but nothing seems to work. You are in a tired mood, everything like that. Okay, you're totally drained. Everything is against you, everything like that. But think of it for a second. This is something that you have signed up for. This is something that you actually prayed to Sri Krishna for. Okay? You have always asked, I want to be the best. Now, these are the challenges that you need to face in order to become the best at what you're actually doing. Maybe in the content, maybe in the whatever you're doing, like maybe in the exams, maybe in the dreams that you have, maybe in the sports, okay? Maybe in the business. It is actually a privilege. It's actually a blessing that Sri Krishna is giving to you. Because there are people out here who actually want the problems that you have. Think of it for a second. You are actually praying for a nation. And you are thinking, okay, I'm tired. I do not have time. Everything like that. Life's so bad. I'm just having the chances, but I'm not performing. Think of it for a second. The person who is playing for Indian cricket team right now, he might be in an under-19 team, he might be in a team A, and he might be wondering why he's failing matches after matches after matches. But here I am right now. I'm actually praying to Krishna just to give me the problem that guy is having, just to give me one chance. It's just I'm be able to play for my nation. You know how much privilege that guys have? And same goes for you, same goes for me. We are having the privileges that other people are actually looking after. There are people out here who are living the last day of their life, and they are actually praying, or just give me one more day, so Christmas, just give me one more day. Okay? So we have the privilege. It is actually a privilege to go through all of the negative phase, all of the bad side of your dreams, because you will not want to appreciate the good without experiencing bad. Okay, so it's an actual privilege to go through all of that stuff and then coming up to the other side and making it in reality. Okay, so never be upset of whatever you have, whatever you're going through right now. Okay, be grateful for that stuff and keep moving, because there are people out here who are actually praying to take your position. So make sure that's never gonna happen. Make sure just you are the best. You just do it. Okay, that's lesson number 11. Let's move on to the next one. Next one is my personal favorite, the best of all time. Is that 1% chance, 99% faith. Now, I actually have so much attachment to that one thing. Is that I have gone through a couple of phases where I had literally 1% chance of making it a reality, and then I did it anyways. Just because I had faith in Sri Krishna, I believed in him that I'm gonna do it. He's gonna help me in the thing that I actually wanted to do. Okay, and if you look out for, let's say, RCB in 2024, they had only 1% chance to make it to playoffs, and they just had 99% faith. Just think about it for a second. Just think about it for a second. Like, you have to pull it off, because the chances, no matter how much low the chances are, they're still more than zero. And if they're more than zero, that means you can pull it off. And even though people say, it's impossible, okay, it's never gonna happen, bro, it's your life. You can do it anyways. As long as you believe in Krishna, as long as you keep working, it's assured that it's gonna happen. It is gonna happen. Like, it has no other choice rather than just giving you the thing that you're actually looking for. If you keep showing up every single day, no matter the odds that you have, no matter the circumstances you have, no matter the situation that you're going through right now, if everything is against you and you have only 1% chance to live your life, you have 1% chance to make that goal into reality, then all you do is just put yourself out here and just get it. Just get it. No matter if there's 1% chance, if there's chance, I'll be there. I'll make it happen. Okay? That's the mentality that you need to have. There's also a song right here, 1% chance, 99% faith. I feel in love with the hustle. I feel in love with the chase. The emotion put in a place. It's great, It is great. No matter the weather, sun, snow, sleet, rain, we get up and do it again. Just do it again. Just do it again. Just do it again. Just do it again. And one day, it's going to happen. Make sure to just do it. That's the beauty of this thing. Okay, 1% chance, 99% faith. Here we are. Okay, so the next lesson we have is that outworking everyone. Now, there are people out here who are having the same dreams, same goals, same everything that you actually want to achieve. They want to build an empire, they want that car, everything like that, right? So, what you need to do is that you need to outwork every single one of them. Because if you do not outwork every single one of them, then what's going to happen is the one who is actually outworking you is going to achieve that dream. Because the thing is that, I don't know, one of the Russian wrestler, I don't know if he's playing WWE or I don't know if he's playing the UFC. I don't know if he's playing the UFC or anything like that. He said that the only person who can beat me or my team is the one who is actually outworking us. But the reality is there is no one in the entire world who is actually outworking us, and that's the reason why we are unbeatable. So keep outworking every single one, right? Just do the work, just go extra miles that not most people are willing to do, and that's actually when you're gonna win. Alright? That's cheat code. I'm just telling you straight away. If you can outwork the winner, okay? Let's say if you can outwork the winner, then you're going to win. That's inevitable. Okay? Just outwork them. That's easy it is. Okay, so the next lesson is that warrior's duty. So recently I started to read Bhagavad Gita, which is by far the best book I will recommend to anyone. So in one of the verses, one of the slokas, so Krishna says that to Arjun that get up, take your weapons, because the fear doesn't suit the warrior who is chosen by the destiny. Now, the thing is that I want to say right here is that the warrior never run away no matter how strong the enemy is. And sometimes the enemy or the strongest enemy is in the one of your opponent. It is actually one of the emotions that you have. Maybe the fear, maybe the attachment, maybe some kind of sinful thought, anything like that. You know, sometimes it's like, okay, I cannot give exams, I'm so depressed, anything like that. You know, I cannot go for the boxing, I cannot actually solve for the maths, for the sports, whatever you're actually doing, I cannot solve for the content itself. You know, you are a warrior. You are the warrior, and you are chosen by Krishna. You are chosen by the destiny to become the warrior. And running away from the battlefield doesn't suit a warrior like you. It's greatest slope, one of the greatest slope I have ever heard of. You know, and it's actually by far the best thing. No matter how much the life gets difficult, like no matter how much life difficult together. No matter how much life, no matter how much life gets hard, you have to show up. You know, you have to go for that stuff. You have to make it happen. That's the most important thing. Okay, it is actually what Sri Krishna says. Okay. One day another again. Okay, so lesson number 15 is that no man is perfect, but a trying man is everything. Now, you may not be good at anything you do. Just like me, I was never good at anything. I was skinny. I wouldn't speak in English. I was bad at sports. I was bad at studies. I was bad at creating content. Everything like that. I just accept that I'm bad at those stuff right now. But the thing is, like, I have come far so much. You know, I've made so much progress from the moment I started. So the thing is, like, no man is perfect. No matter how low the marks you get. Like, a couple days ago, I believed like I'm gonna score good marks in exam. 12th exam right now is going on. So I wasn't prepared for the exam. So I was having insane 1v1 every single day against my physics, chemistry, biology, everything like that. You know, insane 1v1. I was like, Goja, nah, I don't win. I'm gonna put it off. But the moment I gave the exam, I realized that I actually became the Gozo, and I had a 1v1 with Sukuna. You know what ended up happening? You know, so I lost. Like this first time, it wasn't the first time, but I got depressed. I was thinking, okay, what's the point of trying? What's the point of just giving it all? I was staying up late, I was waking up early, I was studying, I wasn't creating content, I wasn't going to gym, I was trying everything else. Just studying, just focus, everything like that. What's the point of that? What's the point of doing that stuff? What's the point? Okay. But then I realized, you know, no man is perfect, but a trying man is everything. And the reason for that, why trying man is everything, is that he gives his absolute best at whatever he's doing. And that's the most important thing. I don't know, like, you might look out for the people based on the outcome they got, based on the life that they are living, based on the results that they got. But if you are actually working on something, you'll realize that how much effort, how much mental stress, how much sacrifices, how much effort, how much work, how much dedication it takes for one to show up every single day just to get disappointed by the result. You can understand the frustration that person is having, but he just still refused to give up. He's still to make sure trying his absolute best, trying to get better. That is the most important thing that not most people have. That is the most important thing. And that's the reason why I believe the trying man is everything. No matter how worst scenario you are right now, if you're trying to make your life better, if you're trying to make progress, if you're trying your absolute best every single day, by the end of the year, you're gonna get better, of course. But that journey itself was the most important thing of the world. Because sometimes people get lucky, they get everything without any effort, but that isn't what is actually the fun. What is the reward? The reward is the person you become in the journey, the person the habits you build, the personality you build up, the perspectives you have, the values you get, the memories you make, the experiences you have, the friends you have, the people you have, the connections you have, whatever it is, that's the actual reward. And that's the reason why I believe trying manage everything, because I am one of those guys, and I believe that every single one of watching you this video is one of that guy. Okay, so it takes. I acknowledge your effort. I acknowledge everything you are going through. I know for the fact that you're not telling your feelings to others. You're not telling how you feel like to others, but I acknowledge that. I believe, because I have been in that place. I am going through that place. So if you are going through hard life, and if seeing like this video in the next 10 years and seeing art, most life was all time easy. No. It was never easy. I built that way. Okay? I built that. It's everything's earned. And if you're going through hard phase, just believe that I have been in that place. And if I can make it happen, you can make it happen. You can make it happen. So believe in yourself. Okay? Just do it. Because the crying man is everything. Maybe like your parents will be thinking, oh, he's a failure. Maybe your friends will be thinking, oh, he's a failure. Maybe your teachers, maybe your relatives, maybe the people outside, maybe the people watching the content, maybe thinking, oh, he's a failure. Let that be. Just believe in yourself. Because trying man is everything. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Trying man is everything. That's the most important thing. Next one. So lesson 16 is that you need to make it exist first, then you can make it better. Now, the biggest limiting belief that I see most of the content creators have, most of the people out here, no matter which field they are in right now, maybe whatever they're doing right now, maybe it's sports, maybe it's a content creation, maybe the art, maybe the talent that they have, okay? Most people believe, okay, they need a perfect start. They need to do everything so perfectly before, like a first step, or before they even start to do. They need a perfect condition and everything like that. So make it exist first, and then you can make it better. Okay? Let's say if I'm creating content, just make it exist first, that we are actually creating content, then they can make it better. Okay? Every single time you post, you can make it better. I added this camera angle right now. I don't know, like this camera isn't that good, as you can see right now, but you have to make it exist first, and then you can make it better. You have to keep trying different things, and you have to keep doing different experiments, everything like that. And once you do that stuff, then you figure out, all right, this thing actually works, and then you can just stick to that stuff and just make it better. Okay, it's just make it better. Okay, so let's, for example, if you're trying to draw a horse, okay, then the first thing is that you need to draw a circle, and the next thing is that add some details. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, so the next thing is to make it exist first, and then you can make it better. That is what it is. Okay, so it's great content. Okay, just do the workout. Get started. Do the workout. Even the first day, just do like 50 push-ups. That's all you do. Just make it exist first till you actually do the workout. Okay, and then you can make it better. Okay, I have a better workout plan. I have a better content plan where everything like that. Okay, you're doing workout, and then you start to create content. And now you create content. Now you're selling something like a high ticket offer. Now you're selling a high ticket offer. Now you're selling it's like a physical product, e-com product. Okay, then just make it better, make it better, make it better. Okay, you do not need a perfect plan to get started. You just need the raw actions, making it better, and then it's definitely going to get way ahead and the person as compared to the person who's just waiting for the perfect plan. That's the most important thing. Okay, lesson number 17 is you need to find your unfair advantage. I was personally wasted a whole year. I was thinking, alright, this is just unfair. What if, like, why am I even doing that stuff? Your unfair advantage, maybe your talent, maybe the resources that you have, maybe the connections that you have. Okay, maybe whatever you actually want to do in life. Let's say your unfair advantage is that you have a GoPro camera, you are actually playing cricket or any kind of sports, and you actually having the money, the resources, your parents giving you the ability just to go out and do it. Just do it. Okay, that's the unfair advantage. Now, what I was thinking, Now I was thinking like, isn't this unethical that I was doing certain thing? Like, it's kind of like, I don't know what was exactly holding me back, but I was thinking like, it's really unfair. I shouldn't doing that stuff, you know. So at the end of the day, I just realized that everyone's operating at their unfair advantage. People say you are SME is the best business model or this is the best way to do it because they are selling the dream. They are selling the product to you. Okay, but you have to figure out what's actually working for you and then double down on that stuff. Okay, look out for the resources you have, look out for the connections you have. Maybe like someone watching you this video has better connections, might you have connected to millionaires. So why to do outreach, cold outreach, like just go to him, pitch your offer, make him money, make yourself money, have the great testimonials, everything like that. Maybe some of you watching this video have the connections with influencers. Go out, work with him. That's actually an unfair advantage. You do not have to study science and look out for JE or NEET exam. Okay, that is the unfair advantage. Who knows? Everyone has a different unfair advantage. You might, maybe in the worst case scenario, you have the unfair advantage of living the life that you actually want to live. Just work towards that stuff. Okay, look out for the unfair advantage that you have and just double down on that stuff. Do not think, all right, this is unethical. It's like me, I was making this whole great mistake. Don't do that stuff and look out for doubling down on that stuff that you already have. So the next thing is that you need to believe in an absolute victory. I would say like Virat Kohli said that there is no point in playing the game, playing sports, and if you do not want the best at what you're actually doing. The thing for a second, if you actually believe in the absolute victory, okay, I'm here, dominant. I come, I see, I dominate. When you have that mentality, you do not look out for, alright, this guy is way stronger than me, this guy got more experience than me. You do not look out for that stuff, okay? You actually look out for just dominating the thing that you're actually going through. Just dominate. You want to dominate every single one of the competition, okay? Just believe. I heard this from My Hero Academia, some like last season, at 8th season, and somewhere the guy was talking about, I believe in an absolute victory, and just make that happen. Just imagine having the aura of winning, absolute crushing your opponents. That's victory. That's W. You know, believe in absolute victory. It's kind of more of the mentality stuff, but it is actually one of the biggest life lessons that I've learned this year by far. Is that when you adopt that mentality, you do not look out for shortcuts. You do not look out for, okay, the work is actually being the weight or heavy for me. I have to do it, or anything like that. You do not have to do it. Okay, you do not have to do it. You just got it, and you just enjoy doing it. Once you believe in that stuff, you actually start to enjoy in what you're actually doing. So just win. Okay, just believe in the absolute victory. Okay, so here are the 8. Okay, so here are the 18 lessons that I've learned by the time I turn 18. So if you're watching this right now, okay, so that's all. If you watch till the very end, I appreciate you all, guys, and I'm definitely sure that you guys gonna do very well in your life. So make sure subscribe, like, everything like that. And if you want any help, the Instagram is given below. Just reach out to me on Instagram. It will be the first link given in the description. And I am so grateful that you watched my video. And yeah, if we are turned 18 now, we got so much work to do. We got empires to build, everything like that, you know. So yeah, let's get after it and